Yo, what's up, world? Welcome back to the channel. APW Sports signing in, and it's time for another Bears preview and prediction video. As this week, the 3-0 Bears host the 2-1 Indianapolis Colts on Sunday. But before I get into my preview and predictions, make sure that you guys are staying absolutely safe. I know it's still a lot going on out there, and I just want to make sure that you guys are staying absolutely safe. And also, about 60 to 70% of the people that watch my videos are not subscribed. And if you fit into that category, go ahead right now and click that subscribe button, and also click that notification bell so you would not miss a single video that I post. But y'all know what time it is. Without further ado, let's dive into it. First thing I am going to talk about is our opponents, and that is the Indianapolis Colts, who are coming off a 36-7 win at home against the New York Jets. This Colts team is 2-1 with victories over the previously said Jets and the Vikings, and a loss to the Jacksonville Jaguars in opening week 1. Now, this Colts team is a very solid football team led by guys like Darius Leonard, Phillip Rivers, T.Y. Hilton, and a really solid offensive line led by Quentin Nelson. This Colts team comes in as the number 1 pass defense in the NFL, and it also comes in a decent team against the run. It comes in as a solid offense as well. They have lost Marlon Mack for the year with the torn ACL, and there's been a running back committee with Nakeem Hines and also rookie Jonathan Taylor. Phillip Rivers hasn't been playing the absolute best football, but Phillip Rivers has been playing productive football and moving this offense right along. Now, last week, this Colts defense coming off of 2 pick sixes of Sam Darnold, led by free agent signing Xavier Rhodes, and this defense is going to be hard to throw against. It's just the run defense of the Indianapolis Colts has led to me a little bit questioned, and the offensive side of the ball for the Indianapolis Colts, while it's solid, it's not necessarily one of the best offenses in the league, but they can throw you fits. So it's a team to be watched out for, and it is a team that is very good and can be reckoned with and can cause the Chicago Bears some problems coming into Sunday. Now, let's go to the Chicago Bears side of things. The Bears are number 1 coming off another comeback victory, the second comeback victory of the year, and the third ugly win in as many games. Now, we do post an undefeated 3-0 record, but I just still feel the Chicago Bears team has not played a full 60 minutes of football for an entire game this season. We can start by the second half of the Detroit Lions game, the first half of the New York Giants game, and second half last week was better football from our Chicago Bears football team. Now, we do come into this game switching from Mitchell Trubisky to Nick Foles, which I think can give somewhat of a boost to this offense, as Nick Foles is proven to be better as in reading the defenses and reading the coverage, which is going to be needed taking on the number 1 pass defense in the NFL so far this season. Now, the Bears do need to get the running game back going, which struggled last week against the Falcons, which I think helped us be down. Also, the quarterback play from Trubisky was not great in the first half as well. And the defense of the Bears has to play better against the run. Our defense has not necessarily lived up to its potential so far as terms in our run defense, but the pass defense is absolutely there with Kyle Fuller, Tashawn Gibson, Eddie Jackson, and Jalen Johnson playing surprisingly good football. They had some struggles last week in the first half, but this team has just been a tale of two halves each game this season. The matchups I'm going to look forward to is how Phillip Rivers can look against the Bears secondary. The Bears secondary is one of the top secondaries, I think, in football. And Phillip Rivers has been good as far as reading coverages. He might be a little wild and inaccurate at times, but I still feel he's one of the best quarterbacks as mentally in reading coverages. And another matchup that I am looking forward to seeing in this game is how the Bears' run defense will stack up against Jonathan Taylor and Akeem Hines in the Colts running game. The Bears' defense, especially up the middle, has to play better. Akeem Hicks has played up to his potential. I still feel Roy Robb has to have his presence felt, but Lyle Nichols needs to step up more in the running game, and I think Danny Trevathan and Roquan Smith can play better across the middle. Now, as far as our offense against their defense, it's going to be interesting to see how Nick Foles can pick apart the Indianapolis Colts' #1 ranked pass defense, and if this offensive line for the Chicago Bears can give Nick Foles time to sit in the pocket and read things. And also, the running game of the Chicago Bears has to get going in order for this Bears team to have a good chance against the Indianapolis Colts, which kind of struggle on the run. So I think that is a real big matchup that the Bears can take advantage of as long as the offensive line plays well and starts consistent. Now, the big thing is the Bears offense has to start fast. It has to come out and just move the ball, control the clock, and play Chicago Bear football. An Indianapolis Colts team, who is a very good Indianapolis Colts team, is a team that I think is a step up in competition from the Giants, the Lions, and also the Falcons, especially on the defensive side of the ball for the Indianapolis Colts, led by Darius Leonard, Xavier Rhodes, and DeForest Buckner up front on the defensive line. So this is going to be the toughest test of the Chicago Bears season thus far, especially with that Colts defense playing that well against the passing game, which is going to feature Nick Foles in his first start as a Chicago Bear. So those are just a few of the matchups that are really going to intrigue me going into this game. Now, it is time for some predictions. The winner, I think, of this football game will be the Indianapolis. Come on, y'all. Y'all know where I'm going. The Chicago Bears, I feel, will get things better going on offense. I feel the running game can get going against a struggling up front seven of the Indianapolis Colts. It's going to be tougher in the passing game for Nick Foles, especially going up against the #1 ranked pass defense in the league. But I feel he has a better shot of taking advantages of some holes in the secondary versus Mitchell Trubisky has. It still remains to see if Nick Foles can be consistently the guy going forward, but I just feel he gives us a better shot as far as attacking downfield against this secondary. And I feel the Bears defense can confuse Phillip Rivers enough to make a few plays and get a few sacks, especially on the outsides with Robert Quinn and Khalil Mack attacking and rushing their passer. So I predict a Bears victory 24-21. Chicago Bears will win and move to 4-0 on this season. Now that is all I have for you guys. Like the video and leave your thoughts in the comment section down below of what you think can happen within the course of this game. I really do read my comment section, so leave your comments down below of your predictions, things that you are looking forward to, and the matchups that intrigue you the most, because it will be great to see how other fans think about this game this week. But if you guys want to keep up with me, make sure to follow me on Instagram and Twitter, Both handles are APW Sports, and both will be linked in the description below. But that's all I have. Make sure that you guys have a great and excellent day, and I will see you guys on the next video. Peace out.
I wanna say thank you to my mom and my daddy for making love the night that you had me. Wanna thank my friends, my sister, and my brother.